Life starts basically in this river, in the woods. It's a good idea to take care of what we have, of the environment. We have to take care of it. My name is Gustavo Quiseno. I am from Colombia, South America. And I love this river because I can come and fly fishing here. It's just wonderful being here.
This is a stream that's really important to me and my family. When I was 11, we started working on the Norwalk River to do habitat restoration because we had identified the wild brown trout here in the stream. And my father and members of the Trout Unlimited chapter started by doing small-scale projects. It might be something simple as planting trees along the stream bank to help shade and canopy it for the river, but also starting to do some in-stream habitat work. What we saw over the years as we were doing this work was that we were getting better response rates from these wild trout, that they were holding over better, that they were reproducing better, that the population was growing, but it still wasn't enough. This river is really like many of the suburban streams that we have throughout America. It's kind of always on the brink of collapse because of all the threats and damages that are being caused to it by the man-made activity. If you think back 300 years ago, every time it rained, the water would soak into the forest, soak into the fields, and slowly make its way to the river. The forest and fields would cool the water as it carried it down to the river. They would clean it, filtering it through their roots. Over time, first through agriculture, then through industry, and now through more residential and commercial development, we've lost that protected buffer along the river. And so it's starting to show the signs of that wear and tear. It's almost like a death by 1,000 cuts.
This stream, like so many here in the East, it suffered from hundreds of years of channelization, too many buildings built close by.
There's a lot of pavement over to our right here, and yesterday, for instance, at about 3 o'clock, it had been about a 90-degree day, we got a thunderstorm that came and dropped about a ½ inch of rain on the river, on the land around the river. And when that rain hits those hot parking lots, as it flows to the river, it picks up that temperature and increases the temperature in the stream. So the work we're doing on this river is designed to help keep the water cleaner, keep the water colder, and provide better habitat for trout.
We're working with the natural meanders of the stream, and we're restoring the original functionality of the stream. We're able to restore the deep water, pool habitat, critical for things like trout at this time of the year. But we're also focused on the macroinvertebrates, the insects living in the stream, and healing the banks. More insects in the stream not only benefits the trout, but the bats that feed off of it, the songbirds that fly off the trees and eat those insects. More trout in the river can help species like osprey and bald eagle.
Taking care of the river, the fish are going to be better, going to be healthier. We take care of nature. It's going to be a lot better for the human.
So we're here on the Norwalk River, which if you think about it, is a river like 100 other rivers in a town like 100 other towns. But it is the connective tissue to what makes us a community. Personally, this is the way I connected to the town. This was the place where I got acclimated to the community. This is where I met friends. As a town, a lot of our events centered around the Norwalk River. It's always been a constant backdrop. It became a place where I could bring my children and we could enjoy time fishing or walking or just sitting and spending time in nature. We've really accomplished a lot, not just over the course of the last month, but over the course of the last 25 years. And that 25 years has built up a momentum to really push us over the edge. And that's what we're trying to do here, is to really make a permanent, lasting difference. If we don't do our part now, we kind of stifle future generations and their ability to find passion in this river, to find passion in this place, and to find community here. And from that, they can take it to the next level.